Hey guys, Brandon Gomez here, back again with another video, and welcome to Rating Every 2022 Darlington Throwback, Part 3, the Cup Series. Let's get into it. To start off, we have Ross Chastain's throwback to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 1998 Coca-Cola car that he ran at Japan. I, and everyone else in the NASCAR community, loves this throwback. It's phenomenal. Trackhouse did an amazing job with this throwback. The only thing that's wrong about it is, of course, the number placement, but that's a NASCAR regulation. Nothing they can do about that. And the Trackhouse slash over the 1. We all know the only reason why they did that was to not anger a certain someone who is quite hated in NASCAR. But other than that, phenomenal throwback. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Austin Cindric's throwback to Rusty Wallace's Kodak car. This throwback sucks, in my opinion. Yes, it has the correct paint scheme design, but it has the wrong colors and the wrong shade of yellow. I know that Menards' colors is neon yellow and Libman's colors is green, but we have seen some sponsors change some of their colors just for accuracy. I don't know why they couldn't do that here. And honestly, just the colors they went with just ruined the throwback. And it brings this throwback down. 3 out of 10. Next up, we have Kevin Harvick's throwback to his Chasing a Cure car from 2012, I believe. This is literally just his regular Ream car, but with pink instead of red. It's a great cause that they're supporting, that they have on the car, but they could have done a better job with this throwback instead of changing one of the colors on one of their regular paint schemes. They could have done better. 0 out of 10. Next up, we have Kyle Larson's throwback to Tim Richmond. I like this throwback. The star, I like how they changed the number font to match the 0 on Tim Richmond's car, and I love the Hendrick Chevrolet logo. It's, instead of being straight, it's slanted like on Tim Richmond's car. I like that touch. Good throwback. 6 out of 10. Next up, we have Brad Keselowski's throwback to Mark Martin's 2004 car. I love this throwback. Both RFK throwbacks were amazing this year. Even with the new NASCAR regulation of the forward number, they still made their throwbacks work. They adjusted their throwbacks to fit with the new regulations. And I commend RFK for that. Beautiful throwback. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Corey LaJoie's throwback to Marty Robbins' 777 car. I love this throwback. I love what Spire did with the 7. They have the car number, the 7, and then 2 smaller 7s on the side. I feel like that was clever thinking by Spire Motorsports with this throwback. And that's all this throwback needs to be a 10 out of 10. And that's how I rate it. Next up, we have Chase Elliott's throwback to Jimmy Means' Napa car. This is a beautiful throwback. I like it. Now, this throwback isn't entirely accurate since the Napa logo on the side is on the yellow instead of the blue, but this is still a good throwback overall. I like the color scheme on it. It's HMS did a good job with this one. 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Eric Almirola's throwback to his grandfather, Sam Rodriguez. As I mentioned in my previous video, I have a soft spot for drivers who throw back to their family members, and SHR did a good job with this throwback. I love how the Haas logo was changed to match the whatever sponsor that was. I think it was the RNS logo on Rodriguez's car. I like that touch. Good throwback. 6 out of 10. Next up, we have Denny Hamlin's throwback to his 2016 Daytona 500 win. No other words can describe this throwback other than amazing. Phenomenal. Incredible. Any positive word that you can use to describe this throwback describes this throwback. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Chase Briscoe's throwback to Tony Stewart's 2001 Indianapolis 500 car when he attempted the Indy 500 Coke 600 double. Usually, open-wheeled liveries look weird on stock cars, but this one looks great on both a stock car and an open-wheeled car. Stewart Haas Racing did a good job with this throwback. 7 out of 10. Next up, we have J.J. Yeley's throwback to Clint Bowyer. This was a throwback I don't think anybody was expecting, and Rick Ware Racing delivered with this throwback. I love how they changed their number font to match the MWR font, and this just amazing throwback. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Chris Buescher's throwback to Matt Kenseth's 2004 car. As I said before, both RFK throwbacks were phenomenal this year. They were able to work around the forward number rule and made their throwbacks work. And this throwback right here is a 10 out of 10. Up next, we have Kyle Busch's throwback to Ernie Irvan's 1998 M&M's car. This will sadly be the final M&M's throwback we are ever going to see, because at the end of this year, Mars Incorporated will not only leave Joe Gibbs Racing, but NASCAR as a whole. And this throwback will be the last we see of the M&M's throwbacks. And it's a decent throwback. I like how they have the old school M&M's on there. The old school M&M's characters. And the little M&M's going on the bottom. Decent throwback. 6 out of 10. Next up, we have Christopher Bell's throwback to his 2017 SiriusXM truck. We've seen him do a similar throwback to this before, back in 2020. That was to his JBL truck. And both throwbacks are from his 2017 Truck Series Championship winning season. And both of those throwbacks were good. And that's really all I gotta say about it. Good throwback. 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Harrison Burton's throwback to his father, Jeff Burton's iconic Exide Batteries Lightning paint scheme. This is a beautiful throwback. I love it. As I said before, I have a soft spot for drivers who throw back to their family members. And just the scheme this is throwing back to alone amplifies the greatness of this throwback. Just nothing more I gotta say. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Joey Logano's throwback to his first ever quarter midget. I like this throwback. I like the quarter midget designs around the side of the car, with the bars around the driver's compartment. I like that touch. Good throwback all around. 6 out of 10. Next up, we have Bubba Wallace's throwback to Tony Raines' 2008 Hall of Fame racing car. This throwback isn't accurate. I don't like it that much. It has the correct paint scheme design, but not the correct colors. I get that these shades of green are the colors of Money Lion, but we've seen some sponsors change their colors just for throwback accuracy. I don't know why they didn't do that. And it honestly ruins the throwback. 3 out of 10. Next is William Byron's throwback to Jeff Gordon's iconic Flames from 2001 to 2008. This is a throwback that was long overdue. Throwback Weekend has been a staple of Darlington since 2015. And now we're in 2022, and this paint scheme is finally getting a throwback after so many Rainbow Warrior throwbacks that were milked all the way to hell. But anyway, this is hands down the best throwback of the weekend, even with the forward number, which is inaccurate. Just beautiful throwback. Beautiful. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Next is Cole Custer's throwback to Jason Leffler's Haas CNC racing car. This throwback is beautiful. I've said that about a lot of these throwbacks. This year had some great throwbacks, and this one is no different. It's absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Ty Dillon's throwback to Lee Petty. This is a pretty accurate throwback. It's got the correct number font. It's got the orange triangle on the hood. It even has the 315 horsepower on the sides of the hood, even though the new cars now have 670 horsepower. I like that touch. Decent throwback. 5 out of 10. Next up is Eric Jones's throwback to Richard Petty. This is also a pretty accurate throwback. It's got the 43 on the lower hood, like on Richard Petty's car, the little stripe going down the side, and I like how Focus Factor changed their logo to make it look more old school, like something you'd see on an old Richard Petty car. I like that touch. Accurate throwback, 5 out of 10. Next up, we have Kurt Busch's throwback to Bill Elliott's 1996 McDonald's car. This is a good throwback. I like it. Although, the Monster Energy at the back kinda ruins it. If they have to have the Monster Energy logo on there, just put the green M on it. Don't add a whole area of black, because it just ruins the throwback. But other than that, it's a good throwback, and it's accurate. 6 out of 10. Next up is Alex Bowman's throwback to Mark Martin's 1993 car. This is a good-looking throwback. I like it. I love how Ally changed their logo from the regular A to the red, white, and blue Valvoline colors. I like that touch. They did a great job with this throwback. And this gets an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have Cody Ware's throwback to Mike Stefanik. A lot of Mike Stefanik throwbacks this year, and there were quite a few last year as well. It's a good thing that Mike Stefanik's being honored. He is a legend. But anyway, this is a pretty accurate throwback, although the roof is a little bit off, and the number isn't entirely accurate. On Mike Stefanik's car, it's slanted forward. On Cody Ware's throwback, it's straight. But other than those inaccuracies, it's still a decent throwback. 6 out of 10. Next is BJ McCloud's throwback to his 2004 late model. This is the same throwback that Josh Williams ran in the Xfinity race, only sponsorless. So I'll give it the same rating that I gave Josh Williams' throwback. 7 out of 10. And for our final throwback, we have Daniel Suarez's throwback to Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s Coca-Cola car that he ran at Japan in 1998. This is the companion throwback to Ross Chastain's throwback, as Dale Sr. and Dale Jr. both ran Coca-Cola cars at Japan in 1998. And that's what everyone loves about the Trackhouse throwbacks. They're companion throwbacks to Dale Sr. and Dale Jr. And I, along with the entire NASCAR community, love this throwback. It's great. 10 out of 10. And that finally concludes rating every 2022 Darlington throwback. Sorry for such a long delay in uploads. It's just that I've been really busy with school lately, and I've been focusing on that more. I will try to get my uploads back on schedule as soon as possible. But, anyway, what are your thoughts? Do you think some of these should have been given a higher rating? Do you think some should have been given a lower rating? How would you rate these throwbacks? Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see more of me, be sure to follow me on Instagram and join my Discord server. Links to both are in the description down below. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to my channel for more motorsports content. Thank you all so much for watching. That's it from me. Peace.